What is going on, everyone? Badger here. Sure to like and sub, and let's get into this. Agatha All Along is out. It's got 3 episodes now that we've watched. The last one literally has them drinking wine. Marvel, no fun Marvel mommy wine drinking session in full force. Catherine Hahn and Patty LuPone reveal that Agatha All Along will not receive a second season. So that was at the red carpet, and I can see why now that it's come out. First of all, I think the whole point of this, if there is a point to this show, is simply to get Catherine Hahn's Agatha to OP status so she can show up later on as an empowered female boss, and everyone else is pretty forgettable, including Teen, although he's probably Wiccan, who is Scarlet Witch's gay son. I don't know. We'll find out. Either way, no one is watching this. And when we say no one is watching this, well, no one is watching Rings of Power, and no one was watching Acolyte. But like some people were watching it, right? No one is watching this. It seems like the only people watching Agatha are us for the watch parties and or so we can talk about it on streams in the larger issue here. Agatha All Along crashing, of course, below the Acolyte. And then, of course, the media tries to jump in. So Marvel attempting to find its mojo on streaming, not working. Obviously, Deadpool and Wolverine was a huge win for everyone. And that was because Ryan Reynolds and Sean Levy and Hugh Jackman had their clout and they were able to produce something that was a little bit insular and shielded. Everything else and most of the things on Disney Plus have been absolute failures. Secret Invasion being a huge one that absolutely destroyed Nick Fury. WandaVision went nowhere, and so on and so forth. So not surprising that no one really cares about Agatha when she really didn't even show up until the end, and then most people bounced out, showed up at the end of WandaVision, and most people bounced out because, of course, you didn't have the Sorcerer Supreme show up, the whole White Vision arc with fake Vision conjured from her mind. Yeah, it is a lot. And so now, of course, we've got Variety coming out and talking about the numbers. Here's the first post from Variety saying that the first episode of Agatha All Along hit 9.3 million views on Disney Plus in the first 7 days of streaming. Sounds very impressive. Then over here, the opening on Agatha, of course, they have over 150 million subs. So the opening of Agatha All Along appears to be roughly on par with that of Percy Jackson and the Olympians, because that's a comparison you want, which debuted with 13.3 million views in 6 days, as well as the Acolyte Star Wars series that hit 11.1 million views in 5 days. Until, and I'm sure they're going to point this out here, for the keen observer, it's obvious that Variety are using, and perhaps Disney are using different measurements without clearly denoting the situation. Agatha All Along is measured over 7 days. The Acolyte was measured in 5 days. Percy Jackson and the Olympians is a completely different case that we will set aside from now. If you divide the viewership measured for the Acolyte by the number of days for which you're given, we discovered that the Acolyte averaged 2.2 million views per day in the first 5 days. If you divide the viewership measured for Agatha All Along by the number of days for which they are given, Marvel's new series only picked up 1.32 million. In other words, per diem, Agatha All Along only nabbed 59.5% of the Acolyte's viewership for the days which it has been provided. Either way, and this is the other thing they like to do, where they like to obfuscate the actual numbers. When people were talking about Penguin and how successful that it had like 5, probably 6 of this many million views in 4 days. They're like, but what about Agatha? What about Acolyte? Because Penguin was talking about Max and only domestically in America. Agatha and Acolyte, we're talking worldwide. So worldwide compared to just in America, bit of a difference as far as viewing numbers. So even though they seem very impressive, they're not when you put them in the context of either an original series and then you're only looking at the views domestically, and or you're looking at all of the views total while the Penguin is only looking domestically. So apples and oranges is what we got going on here, and it's just another thing they do to try and make it seem like they're better than they are. But no, Agatha All Along just as bad in the ratings as we thought. probably even more. We'll see what the drop off is in the completion rate. Giggity. Either way, are you watching this or are you just watching us review it? Let me know what you think. Have you gone down the witch's road? If you don't, you're a selfish lover. Either way, make sure to like, share, and sub. If you have done that, thank you. If you're gonna do that, thank you.
Well, bye.